Hey everyone, Dave of Ghost DMA. I'm going to be doing a Zim Aimbot DMA tutorial. First thing, you're actually going to want to plug into the USB-C on the front of the Zim, and the other end is going to be coming from the main computer. You're going to want to plug this into the main computer. Probably going to want to update it, so I'm going to show you how to put it in update mode. There's a button on the top where my thumb's at. I'm going to hold this button down and then plug the USB-C in. You should see this solid blue light. That's how you know it's in update mode, like this. And then we're going to head over to the main computer. I'm going to look up Zim Matrix Manager. Zim Matrix Manager first run. Scroll down a little bit. We're going to click this link here, downloads. Click downloads again. Going to make an account with Zim before you get access to the forum. And then we're going to click this link at the top here, firmware tool. Click that guy, download him. You'd either get the PC app or the iOS app or all of them. For the sake of this, I'm just going to download the PC app. After it's downloaded, open up the Flash tool. And click Update. And click Yes and make sure, again, that it's in update mode. There's instructions right here on the top or on the app itself as well. After it's updated, go ahead and install the Zim Matrix Manager. I'm going to hit Next, hit Continue, all this kind of stuff. Once you see this screen, you're going to want to hit the top button again. Just going to tap it. That's going to put it in pairing mode for the app. And then once you're in, we're going to hook up the controller. Controller gets plugged in right next to where this USB-C port is on the Zim, just like so. Go and plug that guy in. If you're doing wired, you can also do wireless. So whether you have a dongle like this, again, same thing. You want to put it like right next to the USB-C, right here. And then also, if you hold the top button on the Zim, you could pair it with Bluetooth. So if you have a Bluetooth controller, that'll work as well. Just make sure your controller is all set up. Now we're going to move on to setting up the Aimbot. We'll go into one of these side ports here. You can pretty much use any of these Aimbot devices here. Again, side port, whatever port is supposed to go into the main computer for the Aimbot device. Instead of that, going into the main computer, you want to plug it in to the Zim. So see how this says PC? Basically, that port on, this is, for example, KM, that'll go in where it says PC here, not the COM port. The COM port goes into the second computer. The part that says PC gets plugged in to the Zim. Moving on to the Arduino micro USB right here. That part gets plugged into the Zim. Again, the part that's supposed to go into the main computer gets plugged into one of these side ports on the Zim. Perfect. And then the CH340, this little flash drive looking thing, goes into the second computer. Perfect. And now we're going to move on to the Mac U. The most left port is going to be the one that goes into the Zim. The part that is supposed to go into the main computer, basically. Again, that's going to be the same thing for every single AIM device. The part that's supposed to go in the main computer is going to go into the Zim on the side port. Perfect. And then the second port, that'll go to the second computer. And then for the Arduino Solo board or the M kit, and then again, the part that says main, the part that's supposed to go in the main computer is going to go into the Zim. And then the part that says CH340, the COM port, gets plugged into the second computer. Again, that's this port that's right here. That's going into the Zim on that board there. That's everything set up. Now make sure that a mouse is showing up in the Zim Matrix Manager. This is the actual iOS app that I have pulled up. Make sure the mouse is shown up on the top there and your controller. Now we're going to make a new config. Which game, it doesn't really matter. This is just for you to see, to know which config it is. You could sit any game. I'm going to hit Ghost, and then we're going to hit PC. We're going to change it to mouse and gamepad out of all these top, the top input options, mouse and gamepad. And then output, we're going to hit mouse, keyboard, and controller. We're going to hit New. We're going to hit no on here. Perfect. And then on the top left here, there's a little pencil. We're going to hit that, edit config. And then we're going to paste the config. The config you could find in the Discord, in the controller sim guide. I'm going to copy this whole string here. And we're going to hit paste, full config, and then allow. If that's successful, you're going to see it's going to say Ghost DMA is the name of the config. Now, something here, you can swipe over. This mouse sensitivity, you could actually turn down. It'll make it really sensitive. You probably don't need to touch this, but if your aim is not as sensitive as you want it, you can actually adjust it in the Zim app. And then same thing with mouse DPI, you could turn that down. This will make it really sensitive for your aim. Also, I want to show you real quick too, something you add on. You could add mappings on the Zim. I'm going to press the left trigger here on my controller. It's going to pop this up. I'm going to drag this bar all the way down to 1% for your trigger. And then I'm going to make it bind to L. So that what that's going to do, anytime I press the left trigger, it's also going to be pressing L on the keyboard, which means L will be can be like your aim activation key. If you're not using like blurred is going to support it automatically. This is something you don't need to do. But this is a little helpful tip at the end. Other than that, that's pretty much everything you need to set up. Thank you for choosing Ghost DMA.